one last basic lesson for you, and that's a very important lesson: how to tune your bass. When I say tuning, I mean we want to make sure that when I go to E string here and play it, I want to make sure that that G string is playing the note G. Pretty much, what I want to do in order to tune it is I want to tighten or loosen the string so that it comes up as that note. Now, most bassists, they learn how to tune their instrument by ear and just listening to the notes. You're not at that point yet, so what I would encourage you to do is to get a tuner. The tuner I'm going to be using is this one right here. This is called Sound Corset, and it is available as a free download for either iOS or Android. So now with tuning the bass, in my experience, most tuners, unless they're really good ones, have a little difficulty picking up these really low notes. It's hard for them to hear it. Now, one of the good things about the bass is there's enough room on the bridge here for us to set our tuning device, in this case it's my phone, right on the bridge there. So it makes it easier for the bass, for the tuner to pick up the notes that we're tuning. Now, for the tuner, what I want you to first take a look at is those letters that keep changing right in the middle of the screen there. So, watch what happens when I play the G string. We stop on the letter F. That means that my G string is currently tuned to F. But that's not the right note. We want this to play G. F is lower than G, so we actually need to tighten the string in order to bring it up. And how we're going to do that? We're going to use these tuners back here, just these little hand cranks here. So pretty simple, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. This string needs to be tightened, so I'm going to turn it right. You can hear something happening there, but what I really want you to take a look at is the red needle on the tuner there. Watch what happens to that needle as I keep tightening the string. It keeps going up. That's what's happening. We're going up from F all the way up to what is now G flat. Now G flat is still not the right note. We want to keep going up until we get to a G, till the screen just simply says G. So here I go again. I'm just gonna keep tightening this until I get to G. Okay, so now I'm on G. But we're not quite done yet. Again, I'm gonna point your direction to the red needle on the tuner there. Notice that it's all the way to this side right now. It's coming up as G, but we really want that needle to be perfectly straight up. So this G is actually still too low. So I'm just going to keep tightening it until that needle comes straight up. So here we go. Okay, now I'm just going to keep turning it until I get level and straight. Okay, that's pretty good right there. All right, so we got our G string all tuned up to G. Let me check the D string now. All right, so this D string is actually coming up as E. E is higher than D, so we actually need to bring this string lower. So I need to loosen the string, so I'm going to be turning left. And watch as the needle drops as I keep going down. We're at E flat right now, but that's still not D, so I'm going to keep going lower. Now we're on D, and now I'm going to get that needle, which is too far over this way. I'm going to keep turning until it gets straight up. there we go. Now, so we got our G string tuned, our D string tuned. Now I'm going to check the A string. Ooh, this is like really, really, really low, like E flat low. So I need to bring this up quite a bit. I'm going to go through quite a few letter names as I keep tuning. Okay, we're now on A flat, but that's still not high enough. We need to go all the way up to A. Okay, now we're on A. I'm going to get that needle straight up. A little too high. Okay, there we go. By the way, because the bass vibrates quite a bit, you may want to double check your tuning device, make sure it doesn't fall off the bass from playing. Okay, so we've done G, D, A. Now I'm going to tune the E string. This is coming up as F, which is again too high, so I'm going to bring it lower. Tune's about to fall off there. Okay, there we go. Now, all of these strings needed quite a bit of tuning. So after we finish tuning them all, it is a good idea to go back and check them again. So I'm going to go back up to the G string. Just a little too low. I'm going to bring it up. Check the D string. That's actually quite a bit too low. Okay, now the A string. Okay, that one actually got a little too high. I'm going to bring it down. Alright, and now for the E string. That one's okay. Alright, and that is how to tune your bass. Make sure to tune before every practice session and also before every lesson so you can be sure you're playing the right notes when you play.